Mark, firstly, can you give us an update on the fitness concerns that you have?
Both we're 50-50 at best. Clint got a nasty knock last night, as you saw, had to come off with it. A dead leg, basically, for want of a better term. Had it been a Tuesday night game, maybe more confident. We'll have to see how he presents tomorrow, obviously, so fingers crossed, but I think both him and Lee are 50-50 at best.
Would they have to be 100% fit before you throw them in, or do you risk it?
They're both senior pros, so the health and welfare of the players is always paramount importance, but they're senior pros, they know their body, they know what's right, they'll liaise with the medical boys and we'll decide accordingly.
How does that impact on the way you'll shape up against Celtic?
It impacts in terms of the two senior pros. Lee's the captain of the club, he's been outstanding for us, and likewise Clint Hill has been very, very good throughout the season, so obviously it's a negative blow for us in that respect, but we have good players in the squad. Lee Hodgson stepped in both sides comfortably, Danny Wilson likewise, we have Philippe, so we have options, and that's what the squad's all about.
How do you need to be more clinical, not just in this game but in games in general now going forward?
Yeah, I think if you look at one area of concern, so last night we 20 odd shots away from home, 63% possession, whatever it was. We had a good proportion of football and dominated long stretches of the game, but didn't get the rewards. We've got to test the keeper more. So there is an area of focus. It has to be, as I say, on gaining those rewards, because we're working hard for them.
Is that just purely down to your strikers not testing? I mean,
it's not. It's about the team. You know, if the right back finds himself shooting on goal, test the keeper. You know, if it's a wide left, test the keeper. So it's about a team. We defend as a team and we attack as a team. So never going to highlight an individual. But last night you can say 7-8 players had attempts on goal. We have to be. They're working so hard to have some good football, getting the good areas. Can we maximise those areas? And as I say, get the rewards.
Mark, it's going to be the first Old Firm game at Ibrox in 4.5 years. The Rangers crowd are going to be expecting their team to perform. How difficult is it going to be for your team to handle the expectation levels, the crowd, the atmosphere? How do you expect them to handle that?
That's part and parcel playing for Rangers. The weight of expectations there every week. Fantastic crowd. You know, magnificent stadium. We know what we have to do, but these are the type of games surely that any professional player wants to play in. Dreams of playing as a younger player. So to have that opportunity, recognise it is an opportunity, enjoy it, relish it, and deliver the performance. That has to be our aim.
What do you have to do better than you have done against Celtic the last two games this season?
Score more goals than them. Basically, that's what it is. We have to take care of the football, try and dominate possession. They're a very good team. Look after the ball, get the ball in the key areas of the park, and get the rewards. Whoever you play against, it's about getting your rewards. Goals change games. We look at the Parkhead game, the sending off, change things, etc. And the semi-final, we have to be better. So no, we're gelling as a team, we're making improvements, and hopefully a good performance.
Do you look too much back at that game at Celtic Park? I know you spoke about the lessons that have been learned and the incidents that changed the game, but is that too much in the past now? Things have changed since then too much for you?
Whatever that was, game 4 or 5 of the season, we moved on from there, and to bring in a large number of players, and players from that day won't be present now, so to speak. So from that point of view, we have moved on. We've gelled as a squad, we've improved as a squad. We are where we are in the league, and we spoke about delivering highly competitive performances, and we're doing that. We're doing as we asked right at the start of the season.
Are you a better team now than you were at that point?
Of course we are. We just have 11 new players come in and play 4 games. Of course you're going to be better. You have to work and gel as a team and work every day here at the training ground, which we've done. So we're always striving to be better than what we are, but we're in a good place right now.
Mark, I believe the SFA are reviewing footage last night of Rob.
I've watched it again. It's a push. If you do that, they'll be reviewing footage there'll be more judicial panels than you could possibly imagine. So as I say, I heard some of the comments which I found to be absolutely ludicrous, if honest.
Mark, Walter Smith was always the master at coming up with a plan for this fixture in particular. Have you tried to come up with something different, given you've lost to Celtic the last 2 times, to try and get something out of this one?
No, it would be my different, as I say, people talk about formations and styles of play and whatever. At the end of the day, goals change games. It's getting you rewards. So it'd be repetitive, but that's the truth of the fact. So what we have to do is be more clinical, take more care of the football, shift it quicker, try to switch it when we can, and hurt them. Simple as that. When you say Marcel, we've come from where we've been. We got promoted this season, right at the start of the season, and we said I'll repeat myself again here, but we would be highly competitive, and that's been our aim, and that's what we're doing right now. So going to this game, looking forward to it, absolutely to relish the challenge. No, they're a tough opponent, but we have to deliver a good level of performance. I mean, more than capable. We have the players who are more than capable of doing that.
Celtic seem to be they're 16 points ahead, so what dangers or how do you try and stop the dangers that Celtic pose?
Well, they're a good team. They're a good team. I keep reading about this 16 points ahead. Our focus on our Rangers here, I don't know the facts, but I'd imagine that's probably Celtic's best start of the season for 20 years plus. 2004, I think they had the same, played 19, won 18, so all credit to them. Great start of the season, so I would say credit where credit's due, no doubt about that. But don't forget the fact it's a magnificent start on their part, matching their records. So our job is to go and be, as I said, highly competitive, and we're doing that. We're in second place in the league, having been promoted with a young squad building. So we're happy with what we're doing. Do we want to be better? Of course we do. Of course we do. But as I say, don't forget the reality of the situation, where we've been, where we are now, and where we'll get to.
In that way, then you where you thought you would be at this stage in the season?
Yeah, as I said, everyone asked me at the start of the season, think back to what I said, and I repeat myself time after time. I said we want to come in here with a new squad and be highly competitive. We're second in the league right now, delivered some good results and performances recently. So if that's not highly competitive, then I've got something wrong.
In terms of the performances, you said you've improved since that game at Parkhead. How much do you think the players have developed mentally since that game?
Yeah, again, playing for a club of this stature, the demand, that weight of expectation we talk about, it takes time. Whether you're a senior pro or a young pro, it takes time to deal with it and learn how to deal with it and to understand it. When it's 0-0 in 20 minutes and the boos start, or it's 0-0 at half time, you have to learn how to deal with it and appreciate it, understand it, recognise it, all those words. So we have the squad doing that. And as I said there, after 4 games, they're still learning. Here we are, 19, 20 games in, we're in a better position.
And having had the experience of those games against Celtic now this season that many of the players wouldn't have had before, how much better prepared does that make you?
We've had games, it's Ibrox. Forget Celtic, it's Ibrox. You know, it's dealing with that. We've had 3 sellout crowds now, and the expectation's there every single game. So learn from them. Celtic of the visit, of course, has an added spice to it, added intensity. There's no doubt about that. But again, it's a 4th sellout crowd on the road, magnificent backing. Great to see the stadium full so many occasions. What we have to do is to enjoy that, enjoy the occasion.
How nice would it be then to finish the year in style, go into this winter break on the back of a win?
It'd be great. We're disappointed to drop 2 points. We felt we left last night having dropped 2 points as opposed to gaining a point. But 13 points out of 15. If we're sitting there with 16 out of 18, we'd be very happy with that run of games going to the break, absolutely.
And how much do you think the crowd will play a part in the game then?
Yeah, because they demand. You know, they're a crowd, I've said many times, they're a crowd that's been reared on domestic and European success. That's the nature of our crowd, quite rightly so. So the expectation levels are very high. Our players have to recognise it and staff have to recognise it and respond to it. But there's no doubt that the crowd can play a huge part. The atmosphere of the last 2 or 3 home games has been magnificent.
Mark, do you think you'll get judged on how you do in this fixture or where you finish this season?
Finish. It has to understand. I understand all of it. Please don't think for 1 second I'm understating it. At the end of the season, come May, where the Rangers finish in the league. And as I say, we spoke about being highly competitive and learning and gelling as a team throughout the course of a season. So if we do that, and we can grab second spot, if we do, have we had a good year? You tell me.
Mark, you had a taste of Old Firm victory last season. How much does that drive you on? You want to experience that again?
Yeah, you want to give it to the supporters. Obviously, the support we receive home and away is magnificent. So we want to give it for them, absolutely want to give it for them. And we understand the significance, the importance, the emotions involved in this game. So there's no doubt it would be a pleasure to deliver the type of performance that secures the 3 points, and that's always going to be our aim.
And there's robust policing in place for this weekend, and what would your message be to the fans?
Say again, sorry.
There's robust policing in place for this big match, and what would your message be to the fans?
They're battle-hardened supporters, aren't they? They know what to do. They know the levels of behaviour that's expected. Go there and enjoy yourself. It's a great occasion. This is a derby that's known throughout world football. So I'm sure the supporters look forward to it as much as the players and what we have to do. I'm sure they respond well. The atmosphere they create is outstanding. So I'm sure they'll be fine.